Not for me.
Okay, all right. Well, I apologize for putting you on the spot, but you crushed it that night, and it was memorable for me.
It was totally memorable, and it was a great night and an incredible party. And
in 1982, at the height of Blondie's fame, Debbie Harry walked away without warning. To the world, it looked like the band had simply imploded under pressure. But the real story is far darker. Behind the glittering lights and platinum records was a secret ultimatum, a devastating illness, and a decision that nearly ended her career. Now, at 80, Harry finally reveals the truth. What forced her to quit Blondie when the band ruled the charts? In this video, we uncover the shocking story behind her exit, the heartbreak, the hidden label demands, and how she rebuilt her life and artistry from the ground up. Born July 1, 1945, in Miami, Florida, Debbie Harry was adopted as an infant and raised in New Jersey. Her journey to stardom was anything but conventional. Before music, she worked as a secretary, a Playboy bunny, and even dabbled in New York's vibrant art scene. By the mid-1970s, she formed Blondie with guitarist Chris Stein, mixing punk attitude with pop hooks and a fearless visual style that set them apart in Manhattan's gritty CBGB club scene. Blondie's sound blurred genres, punk, disco, reggae, even rap, and it paid off. Their breakthrough came with Parallel Lines, 1978, delivering hits like Heart of Glass and One Way or Another. By 1980, with Call Me topping charts worldwide, Debbie Harry was hailed as both a music innovator and a fashion icon, influencing everyone from Madonna to Lady Gaga. But behind the fame, cracks were forming. Stein was secretly battling a rare autoimmune disease called pemphigus vulgaris, which left him gravely ill. At the same time, relentless touring and label demands were draining the band. Harry, who had always balanced Blondie's chaotic punk energy with her poised public image, now faced an impossible choice: her partner's life or her skyrocketing career. Few fans realized that what happened next would change everything, not just for Blondie, but for Debbie Harry herself. In her 2019 memoir, Face It, Harry revealed what truly pushed her to leave. At the height of Blondie's fame, Stein's illness worsened dramatically, forcing him into long hospital stays. Harry became his primary caregiver. At the same time, their record label pressured her: keep touring, keep recording, or risk losing momentum, and possibly their contract altogether. She described it bluntly: "I was told flat out, you can't stop now or you'll vanish. People forget fast." For Harry, the choice was devastating but clear. She put the band on hold to care for Stein, stepping away from Blondie in 1982. Her decision wasn't just about love, it was survival. Exhausted from years of relentless work, Harry needed a break. But the industry spun it differently. Rumors swirled of band feuds, drug problems, and burnout. Tabloids painted her as a fallen star abandoning fame. Meanwhile, Harry quietly shouldered the burden of Stein's illness, funding his medical care and retreating from the spotlight to focus on healing. For a woman who had defined the image of fearless cool, it was an abrupt, shocking disappearance, and one the public never truly understood until decades later. After leaving Blondie in 1982, Debbie Harry vanished from the world stage. As she recounted in Face It, her life became consumed by Chris Stein's illness. She cooked his meals, administered his medications, and spent countless hours in hospital rooms. "There were days I thought he might not survive," she wrote. Meanwhile, Blondie disbanded. The band's members drifted apart amid legal disputes and financial trouble. Without new material or tours, their label lost interest. The woman who had once fronted one of the biggest bands in the world was now living in near seclusion. To make ends meet, Harry sold personal belongings and pared back her lifestyle. Friends later described her as fiercely private but utterly devoted to Stein's recovery. In those years, she also explored new creative outlets, experimental art projects, avant-garde fashion collaborations, and even a stint acting in cult films like David Cronenberg's Videodrome in 1983. Yet, even in isolation, Harry never let go of her artistry. To keep her voice sharp, she developed a quirky daily ritual, warming up by reciting French poetry aloud, which she said kept her mind and diction alive. These eccentric habits became her tether to the creative world she had temporarily left behind. Still, the music press was relentless. Headlines speculated about her downfall, with few realizing she was sacrificing fame for something far more important: saving Chris Stein's life. To the outside world, Debbie Harry's sudden retreat looked like self-destruction. Fans wondered why their idol had disappeared just as Blondie reached global superstardom. Critics framed her departure as proof she couldn't handle the pressure. But those who knew her saw a different story. Harry's devotion to Stein paid off. After years of treatment, his health stabilized. In interviews years later, Stein admitted, "Debbie saved my life. She gave up everything to care for me." Still, the industry's reaction was harsh. By the late 1980s, pop music had shifted dramatically. MTV dominated, new stars emerged, and Blondie's absence left a void quickly filled by others. When Harry attempted a solo career with albums like Rockbird in 1986, the response was lukewarm, overshadowed by her hiatus and the band's faded momentum. Yet despite the setbacks, Harry's choices won quiet respect from peers. Artists like Cher and Joan Jett praised her loyalty and resilience in interviews. Fans who later learned the truth admired her for prioritizing love and humanity over fame. What no one knew was that Harry's retreat wasn't an ending. It was the beginning of a transformation that would set the stage for one of rock's most unexpected comebacks. By the early 1990s, Debbie Harry began to re-emerge. With Chris Stein's health improving, she returned to music cautiously, exploring solo projects while dabbling in art, theater, and cutting-edge fashion collaborations. Her fearless style, once the template of downtown New York cool, found new expression in avant-garde shows and photo spreads, bridging music and high fashion in ways few artists dared. Her love of language persisted too. She often spoke about her vocal warm-ups, admitting she still recited French poetry daily. "It's meditative, and it keeps me sharp," she told The Guardian in 2004. These routines reflected her ability to stay grounded through creativity, even when she wasn't touring or topping charts. Then came an unexpected turning point. In 1997, Blondie reunited. Against all odds, the band staged a comeback that stunned critics. Their single Maria in 1999 soared to #1 in the UK, 17 years after their last hit. Harry, then in her 50s, stood on stage as both survivor and pioneer, proof that resilience and reinvention could outlast even the harshest industry cycles. Her autobiography, Face It, in 2019, finally revealed the truth fans had waited decades to hear. Her departure in 1982 wasn't about ego, excess, or collapse. It was an act of love and loyalty few in music would have made. Today, at 80 years old, Debbie Harry is far more than Blondie's frontwoman. She's a living testament to perseverance, artistry, and reinvention. Her decision to leave at the peak of fame, once misunderstood, is now celebrated as a rare act of loyalty and integrity in an industry notorious for burning people out. Harry's legacy extends far beyond her music. Her fearless fashion, mixing punk grit with high-glam couture, helped redefine what it meant to be a female rock star. Designers like Vivienne Westwood and Jean-Paul Gaultier have cited her as a muse, while modern artists such as Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish, and Charli XCX openly credit her as a style and music pioneer. Her creative habits also offer a window into her enduring artistry. Even now, Harry incorporates French poetry recitations into her vocal warm-ups, a ritual she's described as both grounding and liberating. It's a glimpse into how she keeps her mind sharp and her voice agile, a discipline that underscores her belief that artistry is a lifelong craft, not a fleeting performance. And then there's Blondie's astonishing second act. Their reunion in 1997 and the hit Maria in 1999 proved that Harry's voice and vision still resonated deeply. The success silenced skeptics and reintroduced her to a new generation of fans, transforming her from a figure of nostalgia into a timeless force in music. Thanks for watching. Click here to check another video and make sure to subscribe to our channel.